Hi guys, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, this beautiful dress is what I'm going to cut and sew. If you are new here, you are welcome. Please subscribe and remember the notification bell. The down part is stretchy material black and the upper part is African was. I'm going to first cut the down part, which is this black material. I will leave 1.5 inch on the back for zip. One and a half inch on the back for zip. I will bring this way. Remember, I fold into 2 before I mark here. I will fold again to give me into 4. I will place this one on top where I mark. On top where I mark. Like this. This is where I mark this place. I mark here, then I place this one on top. Half length is 15 inches. I remove 15 inches from the tape plus half inch to sew. I remove 15.5 inches. I will measure up to 56 inches, which is the full length. 56 inches is the full length. I will add 2 inches to hem. Under bust is 38 inches, divided by 4 is 9 inches, plus to sew on the side. So I'm going to measure, this is 9 inches plus the one to sew on the side. I add 1.5 inch to sew. Hip is 52 inches, divided by 4 is 13 inches. 13 inches, I add the remaining one to sew. I measure here 48 inches, divided by 4 is 12 inches plus 1 inch to sew. I'm going to cut the top now. I fold into 2. Half length is 15 inches. I add 1 inch, which I will use half inch to sew on the shoulder and half inch to sew on the bust. I measure 16 inches. Shoulder is 16 inches, divided by 2 is 8 inches, plus half inch to sew. Placing my tape on the armhole, I measure 9.5 inches. Bust is 42 inches, divided by 4 is 11 inches, plus 1.5 inch to sew. Under bust is 38 inches, divided by 4 is 9 inches, plus some inches to sew on the side and that. Neckline, I measure 4 inches. You can measure 3 inches depending on how you want your neckline. I will measure half inch here to cut on the shoulder. This way. I place my tape on the shoulder and I will measure 3 inches. I will notch the center. This is the center, and I will measure from center this way 4.5 inches. This is where I will sew that on. So I'm going to cut the back. After folding my material into 2, I will leave 1.5 inch on the back and place the front on top. This is 1.5 inch for zip. I will place the front on top and cut. I will first cut back with 1/2 inch. I will measure from shoulder down 11 inches. I will mark this way. I will notch for zip. Back, neck. I'm going to cut the lining and the one to sew on the waist, the flared on the waist. I'm going to cut that one also before I cut the lining. After doing that, I will start to sew. The one to make flared on the waist is 45 inches by 45 inches. I fold into 2. I fold the edge together like this into 2. I bring this way. So this is into 4. After folding it to 4, I place my tape here. I will measure 11.5 inches. 11.5 inches. 11.5 inches. 11.5 inches. 11.5 inches. So after measuring 11.5 inches, remember half length from shoulder to under bust is 15 inches. So I will, from this line, I will remove 15 inches from here. I will measure 25 inches, which is okay. I will continue 25 inches. 25 inches. 25 inches. I will cut here and here. I'm going to add kissy plinth on the waist. I'm going to cut the back and the front together. will sew on top here, then I will hem and sew here. I will cut on the back. I will sew that. I will measure from here up 5.5 inches, here 5.5 inches. Before I add that, I will first sew here the side and the neckline. After bringing the right side out, before I will sew that here, I will do exactly the same on the back. I'm done sewing. I sew the two sides. Like I said, I will sew the two sides first. After sewing, I'll bring it this way. I will iron before I sew that. I'm done sewing that on the back, and I sew the shoulder. I'm going to sew on this side. This is the back shoulder and front shoulder. I place this way. I place together this way. Then I will pick the lining and cross it over to the back shoulder this way and sew here. This is the armhole, this is the shoulder. After doing that, I will join the two sides. First, I will measure bust and under bust. I will sew here the two sides. I'm done sewing the two sides. And the flared, I cut this side for zip. I open one side for zip. What I'm going to do is to hem the bottom, is to hem here. I'll fold this way and sew. I'm not adding that on this one. What I'm going to do now is to sew the back and leave some inches on the back for zip. After sewing, I will join the two sides. The waist is 38 inches. I will measure 38 inches divided by 4 is 9.5 inches. I will sew and measure hip. Also, I will sew down after sewing this back. I will continue the sewing tomorrow because it's almost dark now. I'm going to do everything I said now. Tomorrow I will show you. I'm done sewing the side, this black one. I'm done with it. And the flared, I'm also done doing that. What I will do now is to first, I'm not going to lining the down part. It's very thick, so I'm not going to lining this one. Before I sew this one on top, I will first sew the flared before I sew the top here. For the zip allowance, 1.5 inch, I'm going to start from here. This is where I will sew zip on. I place on top this way. I will add casing plate on the waist to this place. After I finish doing that, before I will sew this one on top, I will sew zip on the back and hem the bottom. I'm done sewing here. I will sew the top now. This is how it is right now. Sewing on top after making case plinths. I leave 3.5 inches on the back before I start the casing plain. Then with this one, I'm going to start from where I'm going to sew zip on, like this. I will start here. Up to here. After sewing, I will sew this belt on the side. I will place this way and sew here, and I will do the same on this side. I will sew zip here. Before I sew zip, I forgot. Like I said, I'm going to sew belt on the side. I will place this way and sew. This is the side and this is the armhole. This is the side. I will place this way. I will stitch on top. I will do the same on this side. I'm done with the zip. And the belt on the back. I'm done sewing belts here. And here. I'm going to cut the sleeve. This is the one I cut from the flared. This round circle. I will fold into 2 and fold again into 4. This is the one I will use for the sleeve. I'm going to place this is the armhole. I place on top. I will hold with pen. This is for the 2 sleeve. This is for 1 sleeve and this is for the 2nd sleeve. What I will do is to go and sew here before I sew on this place. I will lining this one. I will sew here and this one too. After sewing, I will bring it this way and sew here. This is the armhole. This is the armpit area. I will sew here with this one before I will sew on the armhole. I'm going to sew here this way and the 2nd one. I'm done sewing the sleeve. Simple meaning flare sleeve. The one I cut from the flared is the one I use in making this sleeve. I will leave this one in the description box of this dress. This is the finished look. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, you are welcome. Please subscribe and remember the notification bell. If you have any question concerning this style, please let me know in the comment section.